Hello there and welcome to this episode of the Southeastern Sports Report presented by State Farm. I'm Alan Waddell and I'm joined this week by the Assistant Athletic Director to Media Relations, Matt Sullivan. Matt, thanks for spending some time with us.
Thank you very much.
We've had Matt on the program several times. You always hear his voice, but now you get to actually take a look at him. He does so much behind the scenes here for Southeastern Athletics, does all the things with LionSports.net, all your social media here for Southeastern so you can follow your Lions. And Matt, I know something that the university is excited about is the Green and Gold store that you can actually find right there online and purchase Southeastern gear.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that a lot of fans wanted to do was where can they buy Southeastern gear. In Hammond, the places that you have in Hammond, but you have a lot of alums that live out of town, out of state, and so this is one of the things you can go on to LionSports.net, click on the team store. It goes to greenandgoldgear.com, and it's been a wonderful site so far.
Well, Matt, we're in the time of the year where we're in the spring semester as we're kind of wrapping up our year here in 2012. Coach Lori Davis-Jones, her basketball team really rallied at the end of the season and was able to get in the Southland Conference tournament. I know you got to be excited about that.
Yes, and when you look at the team, it was a young ball club, but started, had some promise early on, played Texas to a one-possession ball game late in that ball game. Had your freshmen, the girls grew up as the season went along. Started out 0-5 in conference, and so you think, well, maybe it's a building year, we'll get ready for next year, but got a little run, made some games, had some wins that they had to do, and then went to defeated Central Arkansas at home, which was a team that went on and won the Southland Conference title. That was a huge win right there, and then to go out and then knock off Nicholls State, coming back from 10 down at the half to come back and clinch the number 7 seed in the tournament.
Well, Matt, I know the team that you follow is the men's basketball team with Coach Yarnborough. You go with them on the road, and this year they really had an up-and-down season. Brandon Fortenberry go down early in the year. His injury really hurt this ball club, but it was nice to see them finish the season strong.
It was. It was great to see them to finish with wins over McNeese, who at the time was leading the East Division, to beat Nicholls State, which was a team that beat us earlier in the year. But a lot of close losses in the ball game during the season. 2 heartbreaking losses the week before against Texas State and Central Arkansas at the last minute, losing at Southeast Missouri in overtime, a 2-point ball game, which really was Brandon Fortenberry's last ball game of the year. But pretty much the season kind of changed on December 11th when Brandon got hurt. He and Elgin Bailey were looking to be a really good formidable inside-outside combo in the Southland Conference, and it never materialized. Elgin came in, got a lot of attention from opposing defenses, and every time he touched the ball, he'd have 2 or 3 guys around him, and just not having the guys at the time, at that point in the season, do the things that Brandon was able to do. Your leading scorer, you're probably your better defender, your best ball handler, your best player, really a player of the year candidate. And fortunately, we'll have him back next year, and he'll team up with Roosevelt Johnson, who came on strong at the end of the season.
Well, Matt, we've talked several times on the program about the new track facility, and the track program is really doing a fantastic job right now. And Shannon Grover, one of the track stars here at Southeastern, has really run himself into the record books.
Shannon has been an outstanding kid ever since he's come to us from East St. John down in LaPlace, and to go out the way he did during the indoor season, claiming the Southland Conference title in the indoor 200, breaking the facility record at the University of Oklahoma, where the Southland Conference meet was held. That says a lot about the character and the work ethic of Shannon. For all the athletes that have come through Oklahoma, for somebody from the Southland Conference, from Southeastern, to go in there and do what he did, that speaks volumes.
Well, Matt, one more thing I want to talk to you about. I know you got to be excited as Coach Ron Reimers' football team. They just started spring practice. A new coaching staff is in place. Got some new transfers on campus, and I know this is an exciting time for Lion football.
It is, and there's a lot of excitement. You can see it from the coaching staff. From the time of signing day. You see the enthusiasm. You see them in the weight room. Coaches bouncing around in there. Just the enthusiasm, and the players have bought into it. And they're going to go in there. First spring practice going on right now. End of the month, you're going to have the spring game, which we look for to have a lot of people out there. We'll have it out on the practice fields instead of while we're waiting for the turf to get finished here at Strawberry Stadium, and that's going to be phenomenal too when the Lions play their first game on September 8th against South Dakota State.
Matt Sullivan, Assistant Athletic Director for Media Relations. Lion fans, you have no idea what this man does behind the scenes to get all your information to you. Also want to thank Damon Sunday and also Kimler Chappell, who just work relentlessly to cover Lion athletics. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll have a lot more for you right here on the Southeastern Sports Report presented by State Farm.